Rhetoric and Persuasion, Mastering the Art of Rhetorical Questions. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English language learning series. Today, we'll be delving into the fascinating world of rhetorical questions, particularly their role in persuasion. You'll learn how to enhance your conversations using rhetorical questions as a persuasive technique. Let's dive in. So, what is a rhetorical question? It's a question asked not to receive an answer but to achieve a certain effect. It could be to emphasize a point, provoke thought, or influence a listener's opinion. For example, if I say, "Isn't it a beautiful day?" I'm not really expecting a response. Rather, I'm expressing my sentiment that it's a lovely day. Rhetorical questions are powerful persuasion tools in English. They invite your listener to think, often leading them to the conclusion you want. For instance, do we want to live in a world full of pollution? This question encourages listeners to consider their stance on environmental preservation. Now, let's look at some types of rhetorical questions used for persuasion. 1. Negative assertion. These questions are framed negatively to underline a point. "Don't you think it's high time we start recycling?" implies that it's indeed overdue. 2. Hypothetical scenario. These questions invite the listener to imagine a situation. "What if we had renewable energy sources for everything?" Sparks thoughts on sustainable living. 3. Provocative. These questions stir emotions or controversy. "Can we really ignore climate change any longer?" Provokes the listener to reconsider their views. To use rhetorical questions effectively. Ensure relevance. Your question should relate to the topic of conversation. Irrelevant questions may confuse listeners. Be clear and concise. Complex rhetorical questions might lose their impact. Keep them simple and straightforward. Consider your audience. Tailor your question to your audience's background, understanding, and interests. And that's it for today's session on using rhetorical questions as persuasion techniques. We hope this gives you a new perspective on how rhetorical questions can enrich your English conversations. Remember, mastering rhetorical questions can make your communication more engaging and persuasive. Thanks for joining us, and keep practicing. Happy learning!